Good evening, gentlemen. So today I'm going to illustrate on the topic electoral bonds. So in general elections, the political parties need a lot of money for their campaign. So thus they need some supporters for their finances and as well as the management. And thus someone needs to be sponsor the election or some particular political parties. And if that turn out to be losses, then there is a chances that opposition or the winner of that election might actually target the supporter of the opposition. And thus to prevent this, we actually introduce the electoral bonds. So electoral bond is a system where anyone from anywhere can actually donate to a particular party. They will be anonymous to the public, but rather their record will be kept in the bank only. And thus uh, the support, the funding of political party can't be uh, comprehended on any basis, so that anyone from anywhere can actually support them. It was a decent initiative at the beginning, but it has some general flaws, like the anonymity itself is a chance of its blockage, and it doesn't have much of a limitation in it, and thus that actually make it uncertain to track out. And as a democratic country, where public and the transparency is the biggest pillar and biggest need for the public, that is what it is, electoral bond is comprehending. And we can't actually compromise that, but rather to actually particulate targeting on some particular funder or sponsor, we need to get some decent reforms where we need to actually comprehend the particular donations. We need to actually keep track on the banks only, on the persons only, or on the opposition, where we need to actually make the limitation of the funding. And thus the lawmakers should be actually comprehend all kind of cases and all thorough surroundings to make the law that can't be actually used against someone who is sponsoring the opposition. And thus to make it clear, it's not just a general byproduct where we actually can comprehend with only this, but rather the electoral bond should be revised as well with the public opinion, where the general public needs transparency, as well as the reformity where the donator or the sponsor needs to be legally legally policed or legally guarded from the opposition or from any mishap, from any possible mishap. Thank you. So it was a decent kind of lecture for me. I won't say that it's not perfect, but I think I got into a general genre, but rather not into a particular, I wasn't much on making it understandable for everyone. So it was a vague lecture to be precise, not quite particular. That is actually needed in the SSBs, where your thought process and your delivery should be critical at every subject, at every point in every subject. And I wasn't much of that only. It was a vague, to understand the lecture, someone needs to have a decent kind of knowledge around that. And that is not, yeah, I know that more or less every candidate can understand, or assessor can understand it, but that's not what they wanted. They want an officer who actually can deliver the lecturate to the general public, who can actually deal with the public, deal with the people, who have that decent kind of communication skills with transparency, as well as the step by step clarity of thoughts. And that's not what my actual lecture delivered at the end. So for that, I don't think so I can do as of now. Like, I don't have much time left with me, so I'm going to prepare as good as possible. I don't know how it might go, but let's see. I hope everything gets good in all aspects. And if you have anything for me, like if I can do whatever, you have any opinion on that. Like, I have not much time left. Like, I have around 10 to 12 days for me with me. So keep that in mind. If you have anything related to that only where I can actually work upon, then please do let me know in the comment section. And then yeah, I will try to work on that. And yeah, so good evening, good morning, whatever I'm watching, and Jai Hind.